YouTube fan, welcome to Uche Chioma Nedum TV. I want to thank my new and old subscribers for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I want to really thank you all for your great support. Please like, share and leave a positive comment. Always turn on your post notifications so whenever I upload a new videos, you will be notified. Please share to your loved ones so that they can subscribe to my channel. I love you all. Today I'm going to teach you how to write lesson plan, lesson notes. I'm going to be your teacher today. Lesson plan is the road map that guides every teacher. For example, now as a farmer, you want to go to the farm without cutlass. If you reach there, you don't know what you are going to do. Even with your hoes, without it, you don't know. Even with hoes and shovel, you don't know where to start from. Will you use your hand to be digging the soil? No. It's as example as a teacher, you go to the classroom without planning your lesson notes. You go there to teach the children nothing. Okay, there are two types of lesson plan: the essay format and the tabular format. Tabular format makes your work easier. Important question about lesson plan: who is to be taught? Person you will deliver it to is what I mean who is to be taught. What is to be taught? You must have a content as in a topic that you will teach your children, your kids. How it should be taught. Plan well so you will deliver well. That is why I use example as a farmer that wants to go to the farm. Without the farm implements, you cannot execute your job in the farm very well. How learning is assessed: you must go back to your content. You must go back to the topic that you are teaching the kids. You need to go back to the content so that you execute your jobs very well. How will you close this lesson? How you close the lesson with the kids will make them to know what you said and to know whether they get it. That is why I say how you get to close your lessons. Maybe by asking them questions or asking them to explain the meaning of the topic you give them, by using examples for them to know if you get the topic very well. Okay, there are preliminary information on how you set your lesson plan. The first one is the teacher's name. For example, you bring your long notes. The first preliminary information that you have to start is the teacher's name. When you write the teacher's name, you give a little space and write the name of the teacher. Secondly, name of the school. You now write the name of the school. The third one is the names of the the third one is the number of pupils in the class. Maybe the number of the kids in your class is 20. You now write it 20 so that when the person that you are submitting your lesson plan want to assess it and know the number of pupils in your class, maybe there are 20 and you go and write 10. My dear, the person that is assessing your lesson plan to know whether you get it correctly will now use red pen to mark it. That shows that you did not get the number of pupils in your class correctly. These are the things that you need to check before submitting your lesson plan. The fourth one is the class. Like you write, if they give you as a teacher in kindergarten, JS, XS, and the kids in nursery section, anyone they give you, now write the class, and the other one is number on roll. The other one is average age of the pupils. Likewise, there is some kids now, maybe they are in kindergarten. Kindergarten is supposed to be from 5 to 6, from 5 to 6 years. Maybe you now write it 5 to 6 years. And the other one is sex, is male and female. If it's in a female school, as in girls school, you now write female. If it's in a boys school, you now write male. But if it's in a school that is mixed with boys and girls, you now write mixed. Okay, the duration of every class supposed to be from 35 to 40 minutes. You should not exceed such, because when the time of the duration, like 1 hour, maybe in 1 hour teaching one topic, the children will get bored. They will not even listen, they will not concentrate. That is why I said that the average, the duration is supposed to be 35 to 40 minutes is okay. The period when the class should be lasted, and dates, you have to write the dates. Maybe in lesson plan now, for example, it's covered with 1 week. You have to start it with Monday dates. Maybe today is 15th and it's going to last for Friday. Now write 15th to 20th of October. And the other one is the subject you are going to teach the kids. Maybe your subject is food, you have to write the subject there. And also the subject maybe is home economics. Maybe home economics, you have to write the subject. And the other one is topic, you have to write the topic. Maybe it's food that you want to teach them, you now write food. And you go to the content of the lesson plan, which is the food. You have to define everything about food. Everything. And what I mean by everything, the classes, everything. You have to define everything for the kids, so that when you explain it very well for them, they will know. And the other one is performance objectives. When setting your performance objective, you must bring A, B, C, and D of the lesson plan, which is A stands for audience, B stands for behavior, and C stands for condition. This condition comes with instructional materials, the instructional materials that you use to teach the children. Likewise, I mentioned food as a content. You have to bring foods like rice, beans. These are the instructional materials. And also the instructional materials, not only rice, beans as instructional materials that you need, even the chalkboard, even the check or the marker or the things that you need. These are the instructional materials, not only rice or beans. And the other one is D, which stands for degree. To what extent do you want them to defend? Maybe you have to give them the audience for them to explain in their own terms, because everybody eats food. They have to explain in their own terms. Once you give them this extent to defend themselves, it will give them the room and the courage to speak boldly. Okay. The other one is cognitive domain. Okay. By the end of the lesson, the pupils need to be able to define what food is all about. Mention classes of food, list and states, because In cognitive domain, this is what it stands for, which is the kids will be able to be defined what food is all about. They need to mention types of food, they need to list and explain states, and the other one is affective domain. Okay, they need to indicate and also lis ten while the teacher is trying to concocate the lesson so that they will understand very well. Okay, appreciate the lesson by paying attention is also the affective domain. Psychomotive domain, with hands they should draw. Maybe you tell them to draw beans, draw anything, so that when you give them something like take home assignments or homework, when they remember they draw something in the class, they will use it to get back on what you taught them so that they can also do it by themselves. Okay, the other one is entry behavior. Previous knowledge of the pupils. Previous knowledge of the pupils. Likewise, the previous lesson now, you have to ask the pupils questions on the previous knowledge. Not only the last topic on the home economics you taught them, you ask them previous knowledge, whether they know this or that. From there you can take the lesson up. Okay, the pupils have learnt the meaning of food in their previous lesson, so they are ready to learn what types of food is. Can you see it now? Maybe even if you did not give them the topic, as in the content is a fresh content, as in fresh topic, but as the kids they eat food, they know what food is, they can mention the types of food. Even if you did not ask them the types, they will also be mentioning it. You know how kids behave when you are talking something they know about, they will be happy, they will be happy to answer so many questions because they know the topics very well. That is why I'm talking about it, so that the kids will be able to understand it. As a teacher you are, with this lesson plan you can get what you want, so that the job will be easier for you. Okay, there is other one called body of the lesson plan. In this board of the lesson plan, as a teacher now, you have your book that you write your lesson plan. The first one, in the tabular form, you have to use your pen, your ruler and your pen and your ruler, so that you get a clean drawing in writing your lesson plan. The body of the lesson plan, the first one is content development, where you write the topic that you want to write. The content development includes what food is all about, types of food, classes of food. These are the words content development, because this is the topic that you want to teach them. Okay, the other one is the teaching skills. Set induction. You have to set the kids to know how far they have gone in the lesson that you want to teach them. Okay, the other one is teacher's performance activity. The teacher arouses the interest of the kids by telling them a story, by telling them what food is all about. Maybe she will start by telling them how to cook egusi soup, how to cook rice. You are trying to bring their interest to that topic that you want to teach them. And the other one is pupils performance activity. The pupils pay attention, they contribute, they bring their own ideas so that the lesson will go well. Okay, the other one is evaluation. The teacher evaluates the kids by asking them questions. You evaluate by asking the kids questions like, what is food, how many times do you eat at home, how do you prepare your food, do you prepare your food by yourself? These are the questions that you ask them. I mean the small kids, but there is teaching that you bring to adults, like, not, and even if it's adults, not everybody knows all. Okay, the other one is you have to close the lesson plan. The teacher go back to what she said earlier. You have to go back to what you said earlier, starting from meaning, types. You state everything bit by bit for the kids to understand you very well. By going back to the important ones, maybe your lesson you scheduled for 30 to 35 to 40 minutes, maybe you see that the kids did not get all very well. You have to go back to the important ones so that when the kids get home and their parents ask, what do you learn at school today? you started you started doing as if you did not learn anything at school. My dear, you need to put your time on the kids. Focus your time on the kids. Where there is fast learners, there is slow learners. Maybe the fast learners will grab it immediately, while the low learners will be struggling to get to what you said. That is why in every school, the teacher there is supposed to develop lovely relationship with the kids, because once you develop lovely relationship with the kids will have courage, the mind to talk to you the area he or she is lacking behind. But if you are the one that is always mean with the kids, my dear, the kids, by the mention of your name, the kids will start running, which is not good as a teacher. Your main motive there is not for the money. Your main motive is for you to develop relationship with the kids. Always be their parents. Bring out time to know where they are lacking behind. And for the slow learners, always take it in God for prayers. Always pray for your kids. Bless them, not cursing them. Likewise, there is teachers now. Some teachers, they can curse children till next generation. It seems that the teaching job that they applied for, that you gave them, it seems that is paining them. My dear, as a teacher, when you want to go and apply for teaching job in every school, even in high institution, anywhere of your choice that you want to apply as a teacher, you have to love the kids, the people you are teaching, not the ones, not every time you be mad at them. My dear, it's not done like that. Always develop relationship with them, so that when they hear that you are coming, they will be happy. Even though anytime that you not come to school, maybe you are not feeling strong, the owner of the school, the proprietor or the headmaster or the headmistress will announce it that your teacher is not coming to school. That day you will feel sad. But if you are the ones that are always mean, harsh, by the mention of your name for not coming to school, for not being in school that day, the child will be, wow, this day is going to be sweet, this day is going to be the happiest day of my life. that my wicked teacher is not in school today. I'm going to be happy oh. Maybe if you go home now with because of your teacher did not come to school, if you go home your mother will say, wow, you look so happy today, what happened? What happened? You say, ha, mommy, do you know that my teacher did not come to school? That is why I'm happy. And from that thing the child said, the parents or the mother that asked the question, we know that truly the teacher is very mean, very wicked. My dear, this is not how to train a kid. Always take children in your class as if you are their parents. Show them love. Let them develop that same love with you. From there, once children started making once students started talking about you to their parents, it will attract a lot of gifts. I'm serious, I'm telling you what I have seen before. I have seen before. If you develop love with the kids every day, the parents will be showering you lots of gifts. Even you will not be the one to be crediting your phone, you will not be the one recharging your phone. The parents will be the one doing it because you are showing them fatherly and motherly love despite they are in school. Okay, that is why I said that the teacher needs to go back to what she said earlier. Maybe the kids did not understand. You say, how much are they paying me? Must I do everything? If they did not understand, that one is their own concern. If they go home and their parents they don't want to teach them, is their own concern. Mine is to collect my salary at the end of the month. My dear, as a teacher that you are going there for the money, you are not a teacher. Your main motive is for the money. You are not a teacher. Don't let your problems drag you to what you will not do. Be a lovely teacher. Always develop love and care to the kids. Treat every kid equally. Both ugly, both beautiful, fast learners, low learners, the rich, the poor. Teach all the kids with love. Okay? There is a great qualities of a good teacher. Cooperative. A good teacher needs to be cooperative. You have to form a teamwork to achieve your aim. Maybe you are the one that always come to school. Once you greet your fellow teacher, you will now enter your class and stay there till the time the school will close. Not everybody knows it all. There is some things you will not know. But if you form as a team, you can achieve it. Not only in school, even in working places, even in business firm, even in companies. Once you form a team, that is why I say cooperative, you will achieve your aim. Be a good listener. Always listen to your kids. Listen to your fellow teachers. Because once you listen to them and the teacher, my dear, your job will be easier for you. I swear, I'm just telling you. And always be creative. How you impart knowledge to the kids, you have to be creative. That are the qualities. These are the qualities of a great teacher. Maybe you are the teacher that always come to the board, you'll be writing. My dear, this is not how to teach you. You have to be creative. Maybe you want to teach your kids now in the classroom, you always look at them to know if the classroom is conducive for them at that moment. If it's not conducive, you will now excuse them and go to the environment and check where is appropriate and where is conducive at that moment. You will now take them outside. They will march in line without disturbing other classrooms, other class. They can march in line with their seats, or you can take the seats and arrange it for them outside. From there, they can understand what you are telling them. Not every time you be writing. Maybe you bring something and tell them to create something with carbon paper. Like you will now ask them to bring carbon paper while coming to school. You will now create something. Use it for crafts. You create something like bags, slippers. From there they can learn. Not every time you be writing. The kids will be tired and you are still writing. What are you writing for? Even if you write from morning to night, if they don't want to learn, you can't force them to learn. That is why I say that as a good teacher, you need to be creative. You need to be creative and make sure that your classroom is conducive for the kids. Always decorate your classroom with ribbons and balloons, so that whenever they come to school and look at how beautiful the class is, they will be relaxed for that day's activities. Okay, I hope you all understand the reason for writing, lesson plan, and how to be a good and a great teacher. For anything that you do not understand, please drop your comments in the comment section, comment box, so that I will reply. Any question, you can drop it there. I want to really appreciate you all for your love, your support, for all the love you people have been showing me since I started this my YouTube channel. Please share to your loved ones so that they can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's still your girl, Uche Chioma Nedum TV. One love. I appreciate. Remember to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you all. Have a blissful weekend. Love you.